Thanks for tuning in to the KRVN Sports Podcast page, your home for all of the local broadcasts produced by KRVN Sports. This page and the playback is brought to you by Hoegemeyer Hybrids, raising the bar on yield performance. For KRVN Sports, I'm Jason Jorgensen. It is time for Comments with Coach Cook. Huskers are back in action. Big matchup on Friday night against 10th-ranked Purdue. Then on Saturday, they battle Rutgers. Now, they've had most of this week off. They haven't played since last Sunday, and Cook feels that's been a good thing.
It's been great. We finally are back into somewhat of a routine. We'll actually fully get back into our routine next week because we don't play this Sunday. So I think we played every Sunday the last month. So it's been nice. Everybody gets in a routine, and we can really prepare well for, two matches on the weekend.
I would assume you got to like where things are at. I mean, you've tinkered with the lineup a little bit, but it seems like you steadily continue to improve.
Well, that's the goal, and that's what the great teams do is, can they get better every week? And that's our theme every week. How can we get 2 points better? And, what do we have to do to get 2 points better? And, a lot of these games come down to 2 points. So that's kind of our theme and our mindset, and, our players are really bought into that.
I heard you mention this week the chemistry with this bunch is pretty good. I'm sure each year is different, especially with transfers now, and the roster really changes. But as a coach, how do you go about trying to foster that?
Well, that's we don't have time to go into all that, but it takes a lot of work. And it takes a lot of work with leadership and a lot of work to build that. And we have to tap into tradition, former players. I mean, we do everything. So it just takes a lot of work, and it's not easy to have a great team, team chemistry. But if you work at it, it gives you a chance.
I'm sure some of that comes down to the type of people you're able to recruit.
Well, yeah, you never know when you're recruiting them, what they're going to be like and how they're going to fit in. But, I think the part of the recruiting process is you work that out. They figure that out. We figure that out. And hopefully, it's always a good match.
A lot of your stats are pretty impressive, but what area of your team's game are you the most happy with at this point?
I'm never happy with anything. I just want to be better. But I just think we're playing pretty clean volleyball, meaning we're doing a lot of things really well. We're being efficient and in a lot of areas, and that makes it a really hard team, a really tough team to play against when teams play that way. And I don't know if we really have. We got people that can kill the ball. We defend, we do all those things. So I think we're just playing kind of clean volleyball, and we got to continue to do that, especially with some of the teams coming up we're playing.
Yeah, this is the big one here. 10th ranked Purdue's coming into town. What are you going to see from the Boilermakers?
They're tough. They got two great outside hitters, and they're touting they have the best middle in the country. So we'll see. It'll be a great challenge for us. I think our team will be fired up.
I heard you mention before they've also had some success serving, it looks like. Sounded like that was a key for their big win against Minnesota.
Yeah, I think they had like 17 aces or something. So, yeah. But when you're a top 10 team, I mean, you're doing everything really well. So, but we're excited to have them at home. It'll be a great match for our fans to fire up, get them fired up a little bit. And this is Big Ten volleyball.
Also looks like this is a legit top 10 team. It's not like they've feasted on the Sisters of the Poor. Their non-conference was pretty competitive when they went out and played Kansas and Creighton. Yep.
Yeah, they've gotten after it, and they've already played. They won at Minnesota, which is not easy to do, and but they've had these players there for a few years, so we know them well, and they're good.
All right, before I let you go, I've had some people ask, how's things going this fall with your horse, Reb?
Well, Rev is fat and happy right now up in Wyoming, enjoying cool nights and mild days. So he's probably pretty happy right now, and he's on a little bit of a break because he's going to actually be heading to Arizona next month. So he'll go back to work down there, and hopefully I'll be able to get down there after the season and work with him, and then like to bring him back for branding season in the spring. So that's kind of the plan. But yeah, he's fat and happy right now.
So it's been a while since you and Rev have been together then.
Yeah, my son's been riding them, but the weather up there is getting tight. The cattle are all moving south, and so anyway, so he's on a little bit of a break right now.
Well,
I think he's pretty happy.
Okay. Well, you got to have a happy horse, Coach.
Mm-hmm. I got a camera. I check on him every day, every night. So I got a camera up there in his corral. So,
oh my goodness,
it's pretty cool. Yeah, yeah. We have ring cameras around our property and around the house,
Gotcha.
so we just put one out there in the corral so we can check on them. It's pretty interesting, how they act at night. It's fascinating, just see how they interact, how much they sleep. But it's cool, and then we also have we got bears coming through there and everything else. So the ring cameras work pretty cool.
That was Nebraska head volleyball coach John Cook. Nebraska once again won that big top 10 showdown against Purdue on Friday night. Then on Saturday, they wrap up the weekend against Rutgers. They have won 11 in a row. The Huskers have won 9 of those matches by sweep. Comments with Coach Cook. I'm Jason Jorgensen.